Renegades of Long Beach Roller Derby, and you're watching MoonKILL Radio. Woo!
Getting dusty. All right. Welcome to MoonKILL Radio. What's on the slab? Welcome back, everybody. Glad to have you guys with us. Hope you guys are doing good, man. Having a great time. We're having fun doing these for you. I hope you guys are digging them. Leave some, again, let us know, man. Let us know how you guys feel about them. If you think, hey, you're an idiot, get off the air, whatever. Hey, cool, man. Tell me. I'm down. But, yeah, so we're having a good time doing them, though. We're having fun. Hopefully we're going to get to, once this madness clears, we're going to get to some guests in here with their picks. We want you guys to chime in as well, get with your picks. New music or old music, doesn't matter. Again, check out our info, check out our guests, check out our shows. If you guys, you guys can subscribe to the channel, subscribe to us. We have a Patreon and all that good stuff. Little self-promotion. Yeah. So for this one, man, it's a good one, man. This is an awesome one. I really, really love this album. And there's a lot of great things. Little things about this album that make it great. This is going back some years. Another one I've had on record and CD and tape but I think it is a fucking phenomenal album, perfect of an album. This is Sly and the Family Stones. There's a Riot Going On. My favorite album that they do personally. Again, Sly, if you never really listen to Sly and the Family Stone, they are they were formed around the mid-'60s. First album came out in 67-ish, somewhere around there, 66, 67, 68, whatever. This one is 69 or 71. 71. And the hellhounds are barking again. Don't they shut up. Yeah. So, this came out in 71. Again, with the flag on it. A little controversial. And this was, to me, a little different. It had the feel of the first, four, right? And there's always the argument, who likes what better? People think Stand or Life were like the best albums that they did. They're all great to me. I don't have an issue with any of them. Not a big fan of the later ones. Like Fresh. Fresh had some good songs on there, of course. But as far as whole album goes, wasn't a big fan of the later ones, of course. These ones were the great ones. But this one for me was awesome. I remember the tape having this cover, but the CD didn't. The one I got. This is the back here. Little collage. A lot of people did. Okay. One album, single album, but the CD that I bought had this as the cover. Right here. Some more live pictures for you. The band. All its glory. For those that never played Sly Stone or Sly and the Family Stone, Sly Stone later on became a little funkier, but back then did have some serious funk classics. And this one is one of them. This is one of the best albums to me ever made. And because it dips into different genres, Sly Stone was that crossover band to me. They were at Woodstock, like even before Woodstock, you had the Monterey Pop Festival, which had Otis Redding, if I believe it was Otis Redding, right? you know. So that was like the one kicker, you know, the one, you know, wild card that they threw in, you know. And if you watch like the documentaries, the people that were there, even the musicians that were there, some of them didn't even have a fucking clue who Otis Redding was, because he was, you know, your juke joint kind of still back then, you know, still playing the small clubs and stuff. But after that, they all, you know, I think it was David Crosby's like, you know, he's like, us white kids didn't know how to perform till they saw that. That was the year before Woodstock. Woodstock, to me, they brought in Sly. That was their pick. Even though you had Santana, which still was rock, but kind of Latin rock, but then Sly was that funky, which to me, Woodstock, the best performance of Woodstock to me is Sly. Period. Like, if no one's ever watched Woodstock, you watch Woodstock or you don't want to, I would skip. For me, it's always the beginning with oh geez, man, with Richie Havens. You know, Richie Havens was just awesome. You know, Richie Havens, Santana's one song that they put on there. And like 10 years after, one song they put on there. And The Who was great. But Sly Stone, dude, you weren't touching them. You were not touching those guys that particular performance right there on Woodstock. But they were like the funky, but had a little psychedelic side to them, a little rock sense to them, a little pop sense to them. You know, it was almost like a, you know, this was like the blueprint for Prince. You know, I'm not trying to talk shit or nothing. You know what I mean? I love Prince. I love a lot of stuff he did. You know, but, you know, Prince didn't do nothing out of the ordinary. He was just himself and did what he wanted to do. But this was like the same thing, except in his late 60s, you know, because they did the same thing. They made pop songs. They made pop that were kind of rock songs, and R&B songs and funk songs. And they just did it all great. You know, this album alone holds all that. I mean, all the other ones do too. Stand Life, Dance to the Music, and I think the first one was Whole New Thing. Yeah, Whole New Thing. But for me, this one's just like I played to death. And I gotta lie, I got my first car and I thought I was a pimp playing this album at certain points because of the songs that were on here, really kind of pimpish, you know. So first side starts off with Love and Hate, which is a great song. They use that I forgot what that's that. I forgot what the name of that the instrument is, but it's like a, you know, keyboard sound, whatever thing. But Love and Hate's great, Just Like a Baby, Poet, Family Affair. Of course, everyone knows Family Affair. You know, that's on here. Africa Talks to You, The Asphalt Jungle. Then there's Riot Going On. Okay, those alone, you get blues, you get rock, you get pop, you get funk, and every song right there alone. You know, Family Affair is more of an R&B cut. You know, the other ones, especially the first two, real bluesy. You know, it's got a little blues sense to it. You know, and then you got Sly who sings in different tones, which is great. You know, the guy's got such a deep voice. At the same time, he can get a little scream involved in it. He does everything. It's so good. You know, then you have the horns. You got a horn section. You know, you got the whole shebang, man. The whole band. And then you got Larry Graham with his big old voice, you know. So before this, you had like Dance to the Music, where you get all that. You get Sly singing, you get Larry singing, and I forgot who else sings other parts, but they're all singing. The horn players, you know what I mean? Everyone's singing, man, and it's just great, you know. And it adds this different dimensions to the music. Brave and side 2, you start with Brave and Strong. Again, another R&B-ish kind of cut, but it's just got that weird Sly feel to it. At the time, it's got like a kind of rock sense to it. You know what I mean? You know, it's hard for me to describe to people who've never heard it before, but Sly Stone is catalog has just got to be. I don't know why people don't make a big deal of Sly Stone's catalog like you do Joy Division, and crap like that. I'm sorry, man. Not a big fan of Joy Division. But again, stuff like that, that's, I'm just talking shit. But stuff like that, this, just the fact that it's so diverse musically, what they do alone. And then a lot of lyrical content. Yeah, it's the 60s, and it's a lot of protest type tunes, man. And he's talking about street shit, I mean, shit, they're from Frisco, Oakland area, a lot of, sure it was just jacked up back then, man. After Brave and Strong, You Caught Me Smiling. It's just a great cut, he's using like his mid-range singing to sing on that one. But the bass line, it starts off with the drum, with a little clavinet, it is. And then the bass line comes in, boom, 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 boom. You caught me smiling again. See, it's the way that's arranged is different. It's like here, let's just do this intro before like people would do intros and cut the tape there, so it just starts off with the music. Hey, just leave it. Don't cut the tape. Leave it. And that's how they intro the song. And it's so great. Then you have Time, Space Cow, not Time, not the Chamber Brothers Time, not that shit. But just their song Time, Space Cowboy, A Spaced Cowboy. Then you got the last two, which I think are some of the most effective songs on this album. The first of the two is Running Away. Running Away is such a great song where there's like two or three of them singing, right? And then there's a horn playing, and the horn, it's so dope. The song is so great because the horn is like so out of tune. It like by schooling it sounds like shit, but it fits so good in that song and what they're doing, and it's just a little what is it, 251, almost 3 minutes long, almost a 3-minute song, and it's just and there's like three people singing but real low, running away to get away, ha 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 ha, and then the horn comes in and it's just muffled and it sounds like crap. I remember the first time I showed my brother who played saxophone in school, and he was like, "That's awesome," and it sounds like garbage. He was amazed, and he wasn't a fan of some of this music, but he recognized the point of it being off tune or sounding off, but it fits so good with what they did. And that's one of my favorite songs they ever did, period. Running Away is one of the best songs to me Sly ever did, yeah, and there's no real, I mean, there's just a couple verses of them singing like that, and then the horn kind of goes off at the end, like a solo-ish kind of thing, but not wild, and they groove it, and the band's just grooving. Great song, awesome song, deep cut song, but a lot, it's a real favorite that I've come to learn over the years with a lot of Sly fans, even fans that are that love the other records more than this one, the Stand and Life and that shit. But Running Away is always like a favorite. And then, of course, they end it with Thank You for Talking to Me, Africa, with one of the biggest, deepest, heavy, funky, pimped out bass lines you ever imagine. And the best part of it is that there's no singing for like the first 3 fucking minutes. Well, how long is this song? 7-minute song, okay? Slow pimp song. Slow pimped out funk track. But the first 2 to 3 minutes, no singing. None. That's it. All you get is bass and drums, and everything. Those two are hitting fat. The bass is hitting fat. The drums are slapping hard. Harder than the rest of the album. the beauty of this album is like not every song sounds the same. It's not all EQ'd the same. It's not engineered the same. I think that's the beauty of it. Like I said, like there's other tracks where the drums don't sound that heavy. There's ones where the drum, that one the drums are kicking. Like they said, nah, that bass line's hitting, bring the drums up. And the wife agrees with me. Well, that one was like one of the most pimped out songs on the planet. Yeah, you gotta hear it. Check it out for yourselves. And then let me know what you think. And I totally admit, when I got my first car, when I played this album, I thought I was a pimp playing that song. Even though I looked nothing like one and I didn't dress like one. But how could you not? And again, my older brother, I got him into just that cut. He just liked just that. He loved Running Away, but he loved that cut. Because I played it, and he just like, what are you playing? And I was like, this is Sly Stone. Thanks for talking to me, Africa. And I'm talking about a guy who didn't grow up in the music house. More conservative guy. Played just, he knew hits of the days type of, and not a big, like, deep music guy at all. But when I played him that cut, man, he lost his freaking mind. He was like, he went out and bought it himself. Put it that way. And you can only get on the greatest hits. It's not on the greatest hits that you see with the people on top of the car. It's not on that one. It is on the black and white anthology, though. It's on that one, I believe. I could be wrong, but I believe it's on that one. But yeah, man. I mean, if you want 7 minutes of just pure funk, bass, slow, pimp, Cadillac music, dude, that's the cut for you, right? Life will never be more better than playing that song in my, canary yellow, plush carpet Cadillac. Sorry. Life will never be better than that, but that's what you get. That's what you get on MoonKILL's What's on the Slab, okay? Wow. Play that. Play that one song, and I want you guys to comment on that song. If you know it, if you don't, go listen to it and comment after you listen to it. And just tell me, like, the more that song goes on, the bigger your hair grows, Afro style, all right? That's just what's up, okay? So real quick, we'll show one more time. There's a riot going on. Sly and the Family Stone. This is the album. I bought the CD years ago, but this was the cover of the CD. But there's a riot going on. That's what it's called. All right. So there you go. That's what's on the slab for this edition. Hope you guys digging it. Hope you guys are digging the segment and all the other shows and the bands. Again, leave us your comments, anything you got going on. Leave us your picks, your reviews. Leave us your review of this album. I want to hear it. Hey, maybe you look at something different. We all look at music different. We all hear it different. So and again, we're only doing this and just like what MoonKILL does, man. We're trying to bring music to people, and I don't have 1,000 records that are just obscure records. These are not obscure records by any means. They're not $1,000 records, man. I don't have any. I honestly don't have any of those, man. I collect good music. That's all I collect. Some I collect for DJing, but they're good music to me. Because if I don't like it, I still don't. I never played it. Even as a DJ, I don't play it. If I don't like it, I don't play it. Because I'm not gonna get into it. You know what I mean? Myself, which is a different topic, for another day. Again, another discussion. But check out Sly Stone. Check out all this stuff. But there's a riot going on. Anything else? Check the rest of our stuff out. Yeah. All right. And then you guys take care of yourselves, man. Stay healthy and safe. All right. We'll be back with another one. MoonKILL Radio. What's on the slab?